A wild. Nezuko-chan.
Oh, what's up,
Entered the
Nezuko-chan?
chat, welcome to the stream. Nezuko-chan. Said. Hello.
Everything squared away. Picture quality up. Hopefully don't have no damn issues. Shit's looking pretty steady.
Nezuko-chan.
Appreciate that.
Said. Just subscribed. Nezuko-chan. Said. Great vids.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, I need to pull you out some here. There we go.
A wild. Billy the Goat.
Yo,
Entered the chat.
Billy
Welcome
the
to the stream. Billy the Goat.
How you doing, brother?
Said.
Hope all is
Whoa,
well.
where did you find a photo of the ex?
You know,
A wild. Crystal Kid in. Entered the chat. Welcome to the stream.
I think all
Crystal
of our
Kid
exes collectively look the
Said.
same in our eyes.
Hey, leaving a like, heading to work shortly.
I appreciate that,
Billy
kitten.
the Goat. Said. Yo chaos in chat. Nezuko-chan. Said. I Billy the Goat.
Kicked off the farm for being a bad influence.
Crystal Kid in. Said. Hi Billy.
That's your sweet ass.
Billy the Goat. Said. Hi Crystal Kitten. A wild. Age 20 Equator JR. Entered the chat. Welcome to the stream. Age 20 Equator JR. Said. Hi. I'm good. How do you feel about Candace? Slash can't believe you thought I was gonna make a Candace joke. You too innocent to know. Crystal Kitten. Said.
Candace.
Have yourselves a good day.
Hey, you too, kitten. Thanks for swinging by. I mean, it depends on what Candace you're talking about. Ironically enough, when I hear the name Candace, I just instantly think Candace Owens. But I don't think that's who you're talking about. Yo, what's up, Indy? How you doing, brother?
Indy Mtao. Entered the chat. Welcome to the stream. Indy Mtao. Said. Hey Koas, be safe kitten. Age 20 Equator JR.
Koas.
Said.
Oh,
it is.
Okay.
Billy the Goat. Said.
I know quite a bit
Yo,
about
Indy.
Candace Owens. The useful idiot to the right. She's just
Indy
a
Mtao.
pawn in their game.
Said. Billy, call me hand hot beverage.
Oh man. Yo, what is up, everybody? It is chaos for you 728. And I'm no, stop that, damn it. And I'm god damn it, quit. And I'm quit! I'm back with another Diablo 4 live stream. Hope everybody's having a great morning, evening, or afternoon, wherever it is you hail from. I'd like to thank those that are still subscribed. Your support has been greatly appreciated, and thank you to those just recently subscribed. Hope you stick around for the long run. We're almost to 500, goddammit. We're a little bit halfway, I think. 457. Oh, let's see here. Yeah, we're still at 457, but we're about halfway there at least. So at 500, I plan on doing a drunk stream to celebrate.
JR said, "Hi YT."
And by drunk, I'll be drinking beer this time around. First time I drank liquor. This time it's gonna be beer. I got myself a nice little drinking mug to break in. I gotta bring up Streamlabs so I can see. I don't know how well y'all can see it. With the light. There we go. It's a little bit more detailed. So, yeah. Some fine ale is gonna be going in here, and then I will be playing the game of drink to celebrate 500 subscribers. I'm gonna pick up where I left off in this thing. I need to get in the Discord while I'm at it. Getting a late start today. Fucking had my internet swapped out. I'm now on Vexus fiber optic. So hopefully I won't be having no freaking internet issues like I was with Rectum Internet. I'll tell you what, that shit was getting annoying. Yeah, we fixed it. No, they didn't fix shit. It's like they put a band-aid over it and just went on about their business. So that is... Okay. I gotta, let's see, go to the blacksmith and just disenchant all this shit. Because I don't think there was anything in there that I can use. I think I looked at all that before I ended the game last time. Oh, looks like I'm full on murmuring oboes. Obols. We're just gonna eat them all. No. I want all my murmuring obols. God damn it.
JLM.
Yo,
Entered the
what's
chat.
up, JLM?
Welcome
How you
to
doing,
the stream.
brother? Hope
JLM
all is well, sir.
Said,
Let's see
afternoon.
here. It is afternoon, isn't it? Already must conquer Malnock. This is Malnock. It's a level 32 settlement. Wait, which is closer? This one. We're gonna go try and take over Melnock before I go to work. Because it is already almost 3 o'clock. And again, getting kind of a late start because the internet stuff. So,
JLM.
again, hopefully...
Said, I'm good. How y'all?
I am so crossing my fingers. Hope I don't have to deal with bullshit. So frustrating. And this is all funneled to me, the internet. Nobody's piggybacking off of it, which was my big issue with Spectrum. It's like, why am I paying for a gig if I don't get access to a gig?
Said,
it's 353.
For me, it's 353.
Yeah, it's 253 here. Oh shit, Bear just teleported. And of course,
JLM
what's this text?
Said, hey at Billy the Goat.
Have fun with that. Better you than me. Kitten going on about, I gotta deal with the Transformers today. 'Cause you know, they unfortunately where she works, yeah, the Pride community likes to frequent there. Because, you know. $50 of Grey was their idea. Not really. That was a stupid comment. I'm not
JLM
stoned enough for rational
said,
thinking yet.
how
That's
are you
part
at
of my
Indeem
problem. But I do know there is a cancer that is metastasizing on top of all the other cancers that are already here that we're dealing with. And it needs to be removed from society before it gets any worse. Ah, goddamn. Oh shit. Oh shit.
JLM said, hey at Crystal Kitten.
Oh, I think you may have just missed Kitten. She gotta go to work. Ah, come on, I was dodging you, prick. Oh, what's this? Lost pack. Give me that gold. Move this mic over a little bit. Think y'all can still hear me. I said as long as I'm looking at this thing and I see it hitting, I know I'm hitting, so it's picking me up. So if y'all can't hear me, y'all might have to adjust the volume on y'all's end.
JLM said, Raptor started playing this around 1 hour 25 minutes ago.
Oh, okay. Not gonna lie. I'm one of those that believes sports could disappear tomorrow, and I think the world would actually become a better place. Bunch of overpaid fucktards.
JLM said, he's a pro gamer though. It's his legit
Oh,
job.
it's a person. Okay, I thought you was talking about the sports team, the Raptors, man. I was like, I don't care about NBA. You hit the wrong channel for that kind of shit. Alright.
JLM said, nope.
Yeah, no, I thought you was talking about the Toronto Raptors or some shit. It's like, yeah, it's not my cup of tea. Nah, you're not gonna let me through. Let me through! God damn it. Nice.
JLM said, oh, Dick Mark 1298 made it closer to home. Landed in Dakota.
Good. Glad he's getting closer to
JLM
home.
said, hey texted me. A wild.
My
Cubing
ears are
speed.
here, my eyes
Entered the
less
chat.
so.
Welcome to the stream. Cubing speed.
What's up, Cubing?
Said,
welcome to the stream.
My ears are here, my eyes less so. Ear medium light skin tone, ear medium light skin tone. Cubing speed. Said, hail to the chat and host, hot beverage smirking face. A wild. Douglas Edwards.
Yo,
Entered the chat.
what's up,
Welcome
Doug?
to the
How you
stream.
doing, brother?
Douglas Edwards said, hey, how's it going, Chaos? JLM said, waving hand cubing speed. H20 Equator JR said, letting you know I'm still here.
Okay.
JLM said, waving hand Douglas Edwards.
Oh yeah. Oh, hi there.
Cubing Speed said, J.L.M, Doug. Respects to good men. And I guess I'ma have to include chaos to be nice. Rolling on the floor laughing, rolling on the floor laughing.
You really
JLM
think that lowly
said,
of me?
waving hand dihydrous oxygen.
Alright, let's go get this one. Make sure, nope, I'm heading the absolute wrong way. That would be expected. Alright, I'm gonna head right over here. Oh, let's pick up these blood orbs real quick. And up the wall we go.
Douglas Edwards said, at cubing speed at J.LM, good to see you guys. Douglas Edwards said, all is well my way chaos. Weekend is here.
Yes, it is. I'm ready for it. Not really, because I take that back. I recede my last comment, because I gotta work. Actually work. Like, there's no days off for chaos this week.
JLM said, go solve one side of a Rubik's Cube and 2/3 RDS of the adjoining 4 sides, then you can talk poop.
Okay, make sure I didn't knock it over.
Hey, what's up, Chaos?
Hey, what's up, Doug? How you doing, brother?
JLM
Everything's good
said,
my way. Just
I did need the book to
the
finish it,
weekend's
but
here
that's
now,
as far
so
as I got DI myself.
that's just chilling out.
Nice, nice.
How's everything going your way?
Well, so far so good. Got my internet changed over. I'm waiting on my couch to show up now.
Oh, did your car situation get worked out?
Yeah, I am now the well, I own it, but I'm making payments on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Honda Civic, 2023.
Oh, cool. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they slapped me into a
Yeah.
brand spanking new one, dude. 176
Dude,
miles
that's awesome.
on it, and
Oh, that's sweet. I
so
like those
my
cars.
payments are a little higher than I'd like them to be, but It's the best they could do, so they say, having no credit and all that shit.
Oh yeah.
So
Gosh, you do everything right, you know.
yeah, everything right. You get punished for it. You don't borrow money. You don't pay
A
the
wild.
system. Well, I mean, I've been
Lord
paying
Jeremy
the system.
Hirsch.
Yeah.
Hey, what's
Entered
up,
the
Lord
chat.
Jeremy Hirsch? How you
Welcome
doing,
to the
brother?
stream.
Hope all is
Lord
well,
Jeremy
sir.
Hirsch.
Yeah, that's
Said.
how many
Chaos.
years do you think it'll
Playing
take you
Diablo.
to pay it off?
It's only a $30,000 car.
JLM. Said.
Oh gosh,
What's the
that
payment
won't take
at
too
Chaos?
long.
Yeah, so I don't know. About 5-6 years maybe.
Yeah. Okay. Shooting that car will last you a while.
And $550 a month.
Shoot, that's good.
That's 12 months, so 12 times 550. About 4 or 5 years, I should have it paid off. I'm just spitballing speed math. I'm not very good with it, so I could be close and I could be way off.
My credit score is just now finally starting to go back somewhat normal, and but it's going to take a while probably before I can get a car loan still.
Yeah, hopefully after a couple of years of paying on this thing, my credit score will be good enough to where I can be like, yeah, what's up with this home ownership thing? Let's go. And then I could be a homeowner too.
I actually saw an ad last night for an app that's called Self, and it's supposed to actually build your credit score up as you pay your bills. I don't know how true that is, but I'm going to check it out, I think.
You see, that's where I'm confuzzled, because you would think you don't pay your bills, it affects your credit score because they
Lord
send it
Jeremy
to collections.
Hirsch said,
but you pay your bills
my
on
credit
time.
score was 830 before my divorce. Now, it's definitely not.
Ugh.
Yeah, and it doesn't move it forward at all.
See, I'm one of those. My mom used my social security number to activate
JLM
bills in my, so we
said,
had activate
how
bills.
long is the loan at Chaos for you?
So here's this app I'm going to install now. It's called Self. It says it's build credit and savings. I'm going to give it a shot.
Every
Not
time
gonna lie,
I
I
pay
don't
my
know.
rent,
Oh,
yeah,
god damn, I
it
died.
makes me shit.
Well, boom, boom, boom. Next week is tires. I got to get some tires for the car, but I found it at Walmart. It's going to cost me about $262, which, you know, that's the tires plus labor. That's not too bad.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Oh, shit, I'm trapped. Fuck you. Trying to trap me, you fuck.
It's amazing to have a rainy day fund. I never thought I'd get there.
I know, right? Oh, shit. Ah, my minute! Stop! Don't touch me there! Oh, consent! It's not that serious, my guy. Come on. Come on, man. It's not that serious. Oh, shit. Relax, guys. It's not that bad. No, Doug, best way to boost your credit score is to get a prepaid credit card from one of the major companies.
Jeremy
Discover,
Hirsch
I'd recommend.
said, Chaos, tell Douglas the best way to boost your credit score is to get a prepaid credit card from one of the major companies.
From them,
Discover, I'd recommend.
I've been getting these Capital
Douglas
One
Edwards said,
offers lately.
at
They're
Lord
like,
Jeremy
yeah,
Hirsch,
come
good to
sign
see you,
up.
brother.
That's exactly the reason why I've never, part of the reason why I've never gotten a credit, because I keep getting denied anyways. So it's like, why even bother applying if I'm going to keep getting denied?
Mm-hmm.
And it comes down to, how am I supposed to get credit if these fucks won't give me credit to build with?
Cubing Speed
Yep.
said,
It's so
Internet
wild. I
signal
asked
is
my
shit
dad,
today.
like,
Dipping
did
out.
Grandpa ever
Man
have
running
credit
light
cards?
skin
He said
tone
no,
dashing away
not in his
fire.
entire life. He never had one.
Yep.
So I don't know what they were doing in that generation. They were doing something right.
They did everything the right way.
Yep.
They didn't borrow shit.
Well, yesterday I had an interesting situation.
Oh, yeah.
My morals, ethics, and principles were put to the test on the job.
Ooh. You about to
So
whoop
I'm
someone's ass,
doing-
Doug.
I didn't know, but I did have to stand up for my principles. Now here, this might sound cold, but maybe you guys will understand. So we have a rotation at
JLM
work
said,
for
best
physical,
way to build
like a
credit
more
is get a
physical
card and
job.
auto pay your lowest
And
bill and
so
pay it off every
last
month.
night was my night for
A
the
while.
easier job, which
David
you know still
Smith
working, but
entered the
it
chat.
was my turn
Welcome
in the
to the stream.
rotation to have it a little
David
easier.
Smith
Hey, what's up,
And,
David?
said, Oi yo at
So
chaos.
they
At Douglas
hired
Edwards
this
flexed
young lady
biceps.
who
Lord Jeremy Hirsch
about
said,
about
Capital
6
One is a
hours
good one
into the
too.
shift, my
I think they
supervisor
call
came
it
over
secured
to me
credit.
and said,
You
"Hey,
basically load
look,
1,000 on a card.
we're gonna
Use it to
switch
buy
you.
gas
We're gonna.
or food or
She's
whatever,
over there. She's
and add more money
2 months
every month."
pregnant, and I know it's your night on the easier rotation, but we're gonna switch you, and because she can't keep up with the work, and so I went to lunch. I thought about it. I said, you know what? No, we're not switching. You're going to have to ask somebody else to do that. And I don't know, maybe that makes me sound cold, but the thing is, I'm, being told every day for the last 20 years that you men are bad and and all this, and women are so strong and independent and powerful and can do everything we can do. I just said, no, I'm not switching. And there was no, he was fine with it, no big deal. They just got somebody else, but that's what I ended up doing last night. I wasn't willing to fall on the grenade.
They think we're equals. They can do
David
anything
Smith
a man can do, and in heels. Hold
Good
them
job,
to task.
Doug.
Hold them to
You
task.
did the right thing.
Right, I
They
have
don't
to
need
do
Pregnant or
no
not,
that.
males,
I don't
remember.
give a shit.
Fuck a bish.
She should have got pregnant then, goddammit.
How is that my responsibility? I did not impregnate
It's like,
her.
I'm not the one that impregnated her. Why am I having... Nope.
Lord Jeremy Hirsch
If we lived in a
said,
traditional
for you,
society,
Doug.
maybe I would have responded differently. But I don't know.
I say if they're
Yeah.
not traditional women, they ain't entitled to the traditional treatment, period.
Yeah.
Oh!
So that's what ended up happening. And I thought about it after a while, and I was like, well, was that right? Kind of like it kind of bothered my conscience.
We
for
live
a
in
few
the age...
minutes.
Yeah, it's going to. We live in the age of
Lord
equality.
Jeremy Hirsch said,
And women think
Amen,
they're
chaos.
equal to us. Therefore, hold them to task. Hold them to task.
Yeah.
Whether they
Yeah.
whether they fly under the flag of feminist or not, hold them to fucking task. Until, like I said, nothing's gonna change until the right ones feel that boot on the back of their neck.
Yep. And there's women I work with who can, who are functional, and they are capable people, and it's like, but then that's it seems like that's like the small number of them.
Yeah, it's,
Like,
it's always gonna be a small minority of women that could actually kind of keep up with men. So that's the thing.
And so
Men, we rule both sides of the spectrum. We rule in the idiot department, we rule in the intelligence department. Women, they are right in the middle. There's some that deviate, but for the most part, they are smack dab in the middle.
yeah.
So, and you know, they like to fight nature and biology. The big one of them is claiming we're equals when we're not. It'd be like saying we're equal to a chimp.
No.
A chimp would kill me. A chimp would kill
Right.
you.
Right.
Shit.
Yeah. Yeah, they dig their claws in.
Just because they look similar to us, I don't mean shit. Those things are fucking 10 times stronger than us.
Yep. Like I'm not equal to a bear, a grizzly bear. They're faster, they're stronger, and if I think that my equality stand is going to matter in nature,
waving hand David
Shit, even nature's not even equal, but they want to deny that
a chimp
too.
would rip Arnold's arms out.
Yep.
That's the other. They want to. It's like they deny basic facts because they want to believe so bad that we're the same. But by making us the same, makes everything boring.
Yeah.
And there's no uniqueness, no individuality in the individual. It's all like we got now, sheeper. Oh goddamn! Oh goddamn! Get out of that! Ah shit! Ah shit!
What's weird is that my coworkers, after this little exchange happened, because some of them heard me tell the boss I wasn't going to trade with her.
Yeah.
They kind of started to give me a little bit of, you know how dudes will turn on other dudes because they don't have this information. They just think it's every man's responsibility to fall on a grenade.
Nope.
Just because she has a vagina. And I know it you know, I know that probably sounds terrible. I try to treat people with decency, no matter male or female. I try to be a respectful person, but I just don't want to compromise my morals.
Right. You just gotta keep telling yourself we're in the age of equality. You gotta give them what they want. Yep. They want to be treated like men. Treat them like fucking men.
Lord
They're out here
Jeremy
larping
Hirsch
around like men anyway. Shit.
Australia women's Olympic soccer team lost to 15 to 16-year-old boys.
Pick and like, no, I don't deal with that cherry pick. Nope.
Said.
We are
David
hold them to
Smith,
task.
07 bro.
Could you help me? I thought you was a strong, independent woman. You got this. Yeah, but it's heavy. And I'm like,
go mix it.
Yeah, you're right. It is heavy. You think I want to lift that heavy shit? No.
No. I got a 41-year-old back. I don't.
It's like shit.
I don't want to do this anymore.
You're young. I'm fucking old and disabled. Not really.
Yeah. Now here's my question: whenever I go in to do that job next week, and all of a sudden my back is sore or it hurts, can I go to the supervisor and ask for somebody to?
I need some emotional days off. I need to take a couple days off for emotional health. Like, what the fuck is that? I don't get emotional health days.
JLM
I don't need fucking emotional health days.
I don't either.
I guess retired soccer players be the World Cup
Sometimes
women's
I do, but
also,
I don't get them.
David Smith said,
I don't get them.
Yep. Let them
brother?
be independent. I refuse to help them with anything. My simping days are dead and buried. Douglas
like I
Edwards
said, as long as feminism exists, and women in general are standing too close to the feminist, you can treat them all like feminists. It's just, they ain't gonna like it, but they'll get over it. Because
it made me realize the hypocrisy.
Oh yeah, once you take off those lenses, and you start seeing the bullshit for what it really fucking is.
Lord Jeremy Hirsch.
And all the cherry picking.
At J.LM, you mean the 60-yo guys?
They want the privileges of being a man. They don't want the other bullshit that comes with it. Oh, draft? No, we don't want to do no draft. Nah, bitch, you want that right to vote. You better be ready to die for this country.
Said. Yes, that's what I mean.
Men had to do it, and you're strong, and you're just like us. You can do it.
You claim to be man's equal. Nut up or shut up. Get in there. Here's your gun. Here's some frags. Get in there and win some fucking wars. Not on your back like you're used to. Get out there and do some shooty pew pew. Defend your motherfucking country that you so... Yeah, no, they're trying to destroy this country. That's why they won't support it.
That's right. That's
Because
it.
they believe it's
That's it.
it's a tyrannical patriarchy. They don't even know what the fuck patriarchy is. It's fucking... The patriarchs were basically... They handed down the moral traditions and all that shit. That's all they did. They were the heads of the households. They passed down the oral and traditions, morals, values, ethics, all of that shit. The stories, all of that. God damn it. Come on. Get out of it. Get out of it. Ah. It's not this male-dominated bullshittery that these fucking femtards think it is.
Yeah.
But they're gonna keep pushing that dynamic because that's what
bizarre?
Marxism works off of. It's power dynamic. That's all it is. Oppressor and oppressee. And if a man is telling you something, he's inherently wrong.
This young lady has a husband and two other small children.
David Smith.
And I
said,
see him dropping
I
her
have yet
off
to
for
hear a
work
heroic
every
war
day.
story that
Now
centers
my
around a
question
woman.
is, why isn't
I
he
don't
in
see
there
them
doing
sacrificing
the job?
themselves or throwing themselves on a grenade to save anyone.
Because
And
they bought
maybe
the lie
I'm
of
wrong
the
for
two.
asking
That's
that
because they
question.
bought the lie of the two-income household. It never works like that.
Oh, okay.
They didn't take into account female nature,
Okay.
or they did
Just, you know.
and knew it would cause the destruction of the family in general. Because they knew if a woman made more money than a man, then she would inherently think he's, he ain't worthy of her, and divorce him.
Yeah.
Because she thinks she could do better now that she's doing better.
Okay.
There we go. Ah, shit. No, get off of my dick already.
Harry,
Get out of it.
you're not a true warrior.
Oh, God. Shit. Come on,
That was
come on,
funny
come on, get out of
yesterday.
it.
David
Shit.
said,
Come on.
Somebody
However, I
say
do
you're
hear
not
stories
a
about
warrior.
female spies that steal secrets
I
after
heard you say
spreading their
that
legs.
yesterday,
LOL.
Harry. That was
Lord
funny
Jeremy
shit.
Hirsch.
I was
said,
laughing hard.
At David Smith in all of history,
I'm a
there is only
warrior.
one story that centers around a woman, Joan of Arc. In all of human existence, we have
I
one
looked for
solitary
Arkham
example of
Asylum at
female
Walmart
heroism.
today. It's not there, so I think I'm gonna pick that thing up off the PlayStation Plus or the store there.
Was Joan of Arc really a woman, or was it just a very effeminate-looking boy?
Oh, Joan of Arc?
Yeah. Like, how much of that is actually propaganda?
It's a good question.
Because,
Look.
they've been pushing narratives for a long time. I'm just asking questions at this point. Like, could she have existed?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this didn't just start yesterday, did it?
No, it's been the idea of her has been around for a while now.
Yeah.
Lord Jeremy
Oh,
Hirsch
that she
said,
like dress
yes,
up in
Joan was a
armor
woman.
and go to
She
war
was a
with
swell
the
too,
dudes.
if you study your
basically,
history well.
and kind of hide herself.
Well, yeah, it was the only way
yeah,
she'd be able to
that's-
get any words in is by sleeping with the dudes.
Oh.
Like, I'll help you, but you
Yeah, I
gotta
felt
help
it.
me, sweetheart. Well, in the name of God and the glory of God, I'm gonna be a whore. Yeah, no. That was...
That's interesting because when they bring God into their whoredom now, it's like God wants me to live my best life.
Oh, yes, I'm a Christian. Give it to me, Daddy. What? What? What?
David Smith said,
I was
I'll have
led
to
by
take
the
another look
Spirit
at the
to bust
story
up
of
my
Joan of Arc,
family
but
and
I
go
believe it was
sleep with
embellished
Alf
over
and
time.
Chad next
I
door.
do hardly
no,
think it's been over embellished. Just like the Salem witch trials and all
JLM
that shit. How
said,
much of that was actually propaganda?
Okay, fellas. Have fun.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Jail.
burning of the witches.
Yeah. No, I could possibly see some shit like that happening.
Mm-hmm.
To a degree. I
Lord
could.
Jeremy Hirsch
Yeah.
said,
I could
CYAJLM.
Back then, you know, they
David
still believed
Smith
in mysticism and shit
said,
because they were escaping it.
You ain't lived till you have had a nun suck you off face with hand over mouth.
They were, I mean, they were.
David
that
Smith
shit was still going on over there, the
said,
pagan mysticism.
Take her
and
easy at
all that good stuff.
J.L.M.
So,
Oh, yeah.
you know, of course they're gonna be, you know, fucking you having dreams of this bitch that you have no ties to, but for some reason,
JLM
this bitch is invading
said,
your dreams, giving you
Leaving
fucking,
this play for
making you
watch
fucking
time.
bust some nuts, you know, in a wet dream. It's what the fuck is going on? Why is this broad invading my dreams? Must be
that's
some kind of
interesting.
magic.
Yeah, let's put her on a stake.
Lord
Yeah.
Jeremy Hirsch.
Fucking with my marriage.
Come on, chaos. Everyone knows the French were cowards.
They
Fitting
were.
that they had to rally behind a woman. Roflo rolling on the floor laughing.
Oh, duh. I mean, the French have always been cowards. 10%, but you lose the ability to summon a goal. Oh, yeah, Black Golem gains 25 damage reduction. Your Bone Golem takes up 20%
David
of his
Smith
life. Bone Golem
said,
gains 10% maximum life.
At Lord Jeremy Hirsch 100 points rolling on the floor laughing.
I'll stick with it.
Is your Honda, is it an automatic or a
Yes,
manual?
I know how to drive standard. I don't like to drive standard.
Oh,
Lord
okay.
Jeremy Hirsch
I fucking hate it.
said, I've got
Yeah,
a
I
French
wouldn't
rifle
like
for
it in this
sale.
little
Never
city I
fired.
live in.
Only dropped once.
I'd be going first, second, third all day long here.
I like that, Jeremy. I like that. I've got a French rifle for sale. Never been fired, only dropped once.
I'd like to see Pulse Kebab in a stick shift in Chicago. Talk about raging on the highway.
I'm pretty sure automatics were created because the cities were becoming too compacted and it's becoming too tedious to sit there and you have to shift and then back downshift every time you come up to another light. It's like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
How can we get the luxury of not having to shift and still get some decent gas mileage? Like,
Oh, yeah. Heck, that's great.
honestly, I think they should just find a way to, you know, get the blueprints for the hydroelectric engine. You know, the engine that runs off of water. Capitalize off that. There's an overabundance of water. Shit.
Oh, yeah. That's
David
above
Smith
my pay grade for sure.
Right.
I wouldn't even know.
Not automatics were made for women chaos. Have you ever tried to teach one of them?
It's got to be better than electricity.
Oh, yeah.
Lord
definitely.
Jeremy Hirsch said, My
Your
dad
car
said
needs
automatics
a charge,
were invented
so you
so
won't be
women
able,
call
You'll have
drive.
to charge your car
Not
for 3
actually
days
true.
and miss
It's
all
still
that work
funny.
My
while
mom,
the battery's charged.
my mom knew how to
Lord
drive stick
Jeremy
shift.
Hirsch said, So women can asterisk drive.
In fact, because my dad was gone so often, she was the one that taught me how to drive stick shift. I don't like driving stick shift for a reason.
Yeah. I definitely wouldn't want to here. It's fine on an open highway, but the
Yeah.
stop and go.
The big city
Uh-uh.
shit? Nah, not for me. No thank you.
David Smith said, Not gonna lie. My mom taught me how to drive stick as well, face with hand over mouth.
There's nothing to be ashamed of. You know how to drive. You're already a leg up above the rest because not a lot of people know how to drive stick.
Lord Jeremy Hirsch said,
I taught
Yeah,
myself
my
how
mom
to
learned
once,
to drive with a stick.
with a
Her
98
first car was a 66
Plymouth
Chevelle SS.
Neon, and I taught myself. Well, a friend helped me kind of learn how to do it, but
My mom used to have a, I think it was a 78 Dodge Challenger.
oh, sweet.
At one point in time,
That's, that's awesome.
and it was nice.
I bet that was a sweet car.
It was until she had to take off and turn real sharp.
David Smith.
You know, back
Said,
then,
My mom
know,
taught me in he 1987 Mazda
see,
RX-7
back
twin turbo
then,
sign of the horns.
seat belts weren't required in the back seat. And you know, you're 6 years old. You don't weigh but a fucking like you weigh like 45, 50 pounds or whatever. And my mom would take off and turn, and I would go from one end of the car and just all across the back seat. It's like a roller coaster ride, except there's no sudden drop.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, she didn't have that car for very long.
It's amazing the things we grew up with in the 80s and 90s that, you know, just I guess the freedom, because I don't know, I'll go out somewhere today, like when I was 4 or 5 or 6 years old, yeah, that's how it was. You just hopped in the back seat and went for a roller coaster ride, did front flips, back flips, you know, got tossed around on turns. No big deal. But now it's like, no, we got to strap you in.
Oh yeah,
we
fucking kindergartners having to ride in car seats now and shit because they don't meet the weight requirements.
Yeah. Oh wow. School buses getting bounced around on a school bus.
God. Yeah, you
And the
haven't
best
lived
was when you were
until
wearing.
yeah, you haven't lived until you've been on the bus and the bus
David
driver's
Smith
taking a shortcut.
Said,
Shortcut.
I remember riding in the back of pickups on the
And,
freeway and waving at cops.
You're in the
And
aisle.
she hits a turn.
Entered the chat.
And the
Welcome
bus
to the
ended
stream.
up fucking tipping on its,
Binkus.
not completely
Said,
on its side, but
"I
it ended up
chaos."
getting on a,
David
it
Smith.
hit like a 45-degree
Said,
tilt.
Brother at Bingus clinking beer mugs flexed biceps.
Yes.
Bingus.
Nice.
Said. And I lived in a part that was the last.
Damn.
Best part of buses were like in the hot summer or whenever.
Lord Jeremy
And
Hirsch.
you're wearing shorts
Said,
and your freaking flesh
Bingus waving
sticks
Oh,
to
yeah.
that freaking rubber, and you stand up and it's like,
Bingus. Said.
Oh
Deal with my brother.
ow.
Feel the burn, baby.
I heard Outlaw talking about those old metal slides that people would slide
yeah.
down. And
Bingus. Said. And Lord
They'd be
Jeremy
freaking
Hirsch
You were
waving
lucky if your flesh didn't melt off as you were going down.
we
Or
were
you'd
crazy
get
back
really
then.
lucky, or you get really lucky, and you'd hit the metal rivets, and you'd get a shock.
David Smith. Said.
Yeah.
Especially
Doug,
going down the
The
plastic
best
slides.
part of school buses was in the winter and getting the
Oh,
one
I
spot with a
remember
heater
that.
vent
Yeah,
face
you would get
savoring
that
food.
shock. Yeah.
Yeah, getting the heater seat was always good. Damn. Das Better's fucking me
Oh,
up.
heck yeah, David. Yes, I remember that. Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm gonna ask, anybody else growing up notice like a syrupy smell going into random schools and getting on buses and shit?
What kind of smell?
Kind of a syrupy smell.
Yeah, actually.
Or I know in school, when I walked into different schools, there was always some weird smell, like cooked weird food or something in there. Ow.
We had I don't know if this is normal, but we had asbestos
No,
in
no.
our junior high school.
Binkus said. A gross ass smell that I remember. Binkus said. Yedik WYM.
Yeah, I did notice that smell that you're talking about. Absolutely.
Like certain
That
schools
was
had
all
a
in-
sour smell, and then like buses in general, they always had like a someone dropped some syrup in the fucking heater or something, you know?
I'm gonna go mute here for a second, Chaos. I got a phone call.
All right, man.
David Smith said. Not really a syrup smell, but I remember the smell of the sawdust they used to soak up vomit or piss nauseated face.
Oh no.
Lord
that.
Jeremy Hirsch
Fruit Loops in elementary and garlic
I remember
in high
the smell
school.
of Fruit Loops in elementary, and garlic in high school.
Aw, jeez.
Bingus said. That
Don't
might have been
do
coming from the one part of the
Macabre
system that smells kinda like McDonald's fries.
Could be, I don't know. I just know I always noticed a weird ass smell. Alright. Go ahead and drop you. Go ahead and drop you. Go ahead and drop you.
David Smith said. My
me
middle
that
school had
battle
Domino's
staff.
as an option for lunch every day, so it always smelled like shitty pizza.
Huh. Always smelled like shitty pizza. Hey now, Domino's ain't half bad. They're better than Papa John's. They're better than Little Caesars. They're better than Pizza
Yeah.
Smut. Can't deny that. Papa John's shit was greasy as fuck.
Extra
Bingus
greasy.
said. That's the
Too
smell Chuck E.
greasy.
Cheese pizza. David Smith
Chuck E.
said,
Cheese pizza.
lies and slander chaos. Papa John's blows Domino's out of the water.
I don't know about that. I've always noticed Papa John's pizzas were like really, really greasy. Oh, come on. God damn it. Ah, my ass. Stop. I mean, their pizzas aren't bad. Don't get me wrong. It's just all that grease. That's the big turnoff. But they make a wicked barbecue chicken pizza. Just don't get no onions on it, because that ruins it. But it's still gonna be greasy as fuck. Time is it? 3:37. Oh, fucking A, time has flown today.
Lord Jeremy Hirsch said,
Yes, sir.
it's definitely dependent on who is in the kitchen. Pizza Hut is the super greasy pizzas around here. Domino's skimps on the toppings. Papa John's is the best one around me too. David Smith.
I guess it does depend on
said,
who's working there.
Doing Jackbox later tonight?
Yes, sir. Every Friday. Unless not enough people show up.
What are you doing in here now?
I'm playing Diablo.
Ooh. How is it so far?
I like it.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's I wish they would have brought in all the characters instead of
David Smith
what they offered.
said,
Well,
do you guys have
did
blackjack
they start off
pizza?
like the other one
It's
where it
not
was like
too bad.
3 characters or 4 characters and then they introduced the other ones later?
You get 5. You get you get the barbarian, you get the wizard, you get the necromancer, you get the rogue, and you get there's one other.
Druid?
Yeah, druid.
Yeah, so the original 5, but I mean, initially
David Smith
when Diablo
said,
1 and 2 came
Emperor
out
at
first,
Chris
they
Mitchell
only had
clinking
the
beer mugs
warrior,
flexed
the
biceps.
sorcerer, and the paladin?
I think paladin, barbarian, wizard.
Bingus.
Yeah, and that was the first 3.
said,
And then they brought out the
I was
necromancer,
absolutely
the
soaked in
druid,
oil last Jackbox
the
drooling
rogue,
face.
the demon hunter
Lord
that came
Jeremy
in
Hirsch.
Diablo.
That came in Diablo 3.
said,
Yeah.
No
Demon
blackjack around where I grew
Yeah,
up,
I don't know if
but
they'll
there
bring
is
that back or
Chicago's
not,
pizza
but-
in Minnesota. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Bingus said. And Chris always cracks me up.
Oh, the Amazon. There
David
was the
Smith
Amazon too.
said. At Lord Jeremy Hirsch. The only thing I
That
don't
was
like
added
about
on
Pizza
later.
Hut is the flavor of the crust.
And then I think in the third one, didn't they add like a witch doctor or something?
David Smith
Yeah, there's a witch
said,
doctor added.
Chicago's is pretty good.
There's witch
I
doctor
enjoy their
and
pizza.
demon hunter.
Yeah, and monk.
Oh yeah, and the monk. I'd never even seen the monk as far as I know.
It's not bad.
The original one was pretty good though.
I did not like the first one.
No, it's pretty. It was like a step back, you know.
The first one was bad. It was so
I like-
bad.
It definitely didn't have the graphics, and you know they redid, or I should say they made a lot of it continuation of
Mm-hmm.
in Diablo 2. You know, like you could go to most of the same places because you started in basically the same place. Well, no,
David
you started
Smith
in
Yeah.
said,
Tristan. No, Tristan.
not a
I
fan
think,
of
was the-
Diablo. Lord
Tristan.
Jeremy
one?
Hirsch said,
I think so.
Blizzard added the monk indeed free because
And
the
in
monk
the
class
first
in
one,
WoW
you
did so
started
well.
in where the cow
Bingus
level is in the second one.
said, used to
Maybe
be
that
more
was Crystal.
expensive, but now that Domino's is like Little Caesars.
I don't
David
know. I
Smith
thought it was fun.
said,
Yeah, it's the
top
secret
down
cow
throws
level.
me off.
Yeah, well, that's where you started in the first one.
Yeah,
Was that city?
Tristram.
Yeah. Well, what was the place you started in the second one? I know the area is called Sanctuary, but
Tristram?
I don't know. No. One of the places, in either way, the first one where your starting area was became the cow level in the
David
second
Smith
one.
Yeah.
said, Little Caesar's crazy bread is the only good thing they have.
Oh shit. Oh shit. We killed all my
Okay.
minions. Oh
I can't
shit.
remember. How did you activate the cow level?
You had to get a
Lord Jeremy Hirsch
Ritz leg
said,
Yeah,
their
Lord's
garlic
leg.
butter dip ain't half bad
and
either.
a ton of portal. And you had to put them in a Heraldric cube.
Yeah.
But
Okay, there
once
you-
you did that, you couldn't do it no more.
Yeah, once you
A
opened up
wild.
the cow level,
You had to
you
get someone
J.I.
else to do it for you.
Entered the chat.
Yeah.
Welcome to the
Hey,
stream.
Jay, what's good,
J.I.
brother?
Said,
You could reset
The
it
best
by
biscuits are
not
made in the
killing
north.
king cow.
you just need more dough. Bingus said. "Ah, the dip
So
kinda
like you could
gross."
kill a bunch of them and then leave, and I think the next day it would reset or something.
That would be nice.
And I can't remember what the fucking add-on was that allowed you to fuck with shit.
David Smith
Item creator or something.
at
Oh
Lord
yeah,
Jeremy
Jamella's item
Hirsch.
creator.
Blackjack gives
Yeah,
you
but you
garlic
could
butter
redo
dip
the
in a
cat
hot
level
pepper with
all
every
fucking day
order.
long if you wanted that.
Super good,
Yeah,
okay
yeah,
hand.
yeah.
When you can craft your own items with, 10 billion fucking hit points. Just cuz.
Just because I'm bored.
Yep.
I remember that shit.
Lord Jeremy Hirsch
Yeah.
said, "I have to agree,
Things
J.I.
got a little silly
Northerners
then.
make the best biscuits. South
It-
has the
it
best
did.
cornbread."
It did. It became very redundant after a little while.
J.I.
Yeah.
said,
Oh, the fun
"There is
part
no
is
cow level.
you're running
Ha, ha,
around on
ha.
your overmax barbarian, and you come across you're in hell, heading towards Diablo, and fucking you come across the fuckers that cast Iron Maiden on you. Now, mind you, you're doing like 20 billion damage. And with Iron Maiden and Diablo 2, it took a portion of your damage and reflected it back at you. So if you're doing 10 billion damage hits, and your health is only 5 million... Yeah. I quickly learned I don't like Iron Maiden. It fucking sucks. I'm sitting there just... And all of a sudden, they cast it on me, and I hit the motherfucker. Character dies. And you're just like... What the
Lord Jeremy
hell?
Hirsch said, "Musical notes Iron Maiden, musical notes LOL."
Should we buy a couple of
J.I.
jet skis?
said,
Rent.
Lord Jeremy Hirsch agreed.
No, man, they're selling 2 of these jet skis for $1,000.
Oh, shit.
They're stand-up jet skis. I've never used one of those, but
You just stand up on them instead of sitting.
yeah, well, I really like Sea-Doos, so, I mean, there's got to be a 1-to-1 correlation somewhere. But yeah, fucking part fucking arrived early, so I threw that motherfucker in that engine before, the kid got a hold of it and fucking threw it away again into that
David
fucking
Smith
void that he calls, I
said,
don't know.
"Depends on how old they are, Chris. Might be hard to find pats."
I mean, the
David
older
Smith
it is, the harder
said,
it is gonna be to
asterisk
find parts.
parts.
Indeed.
Well, I
Bingus
mean,
When I had
said,
that 81
"You guys see this YT
Dodge
update?"
Ram, it yeah, fucking a single taillight was costing. I was looking at over $100 just for a single taillight.
well, you seen the pictures of that fucking 82 fucking Kawasaki 100
Lord
I got?
Jeremy Hirsch
Yeah.
said,
Pick a part off
"No,
it, it's
Bingus,
$100.
haven't seen it."
Ooh.
Literally, any part, pick it off, it's $100 minimum. So you can pick off like a fucking the oil tank or fucking the rubber nubs that fucking
said,
fill in
"All
that
hail,
void for where
Emperor."
the gas tank sits,
Bingus
right? $100,
said,
$100, $100,
"I don't
$100.
know why I'm the
Dude,
only
I
one then."
literally got it for free. I could strip it down and make about $4,000 off of it because it actually has a running engine.
Like what
And I've
YouTube
got,
update
like-
are you talking about, Bingus?
Yeah, I actually found a Facebook group that's dedicated to these fucking things.
One. Oh, so that's an ultimate. Okay.
Hey, you remember Unreal Tournament for fucking PC?
I do.
That was such a fucking fun game, man.
That was an interesting game for sure.
I can't tell you how many hours I spent playing that.
Not as many as I spent playing Counter-Strike.
See, Counter-Strike, I remember playing the original one, and that was like, it's okay.
Yeah, I invested a lot of hours
J.I.
into that one.
Said. Bingus. Hello, sir.
Got
Bingus.
to a
fuck.
point where I
Said.
was renting my
It
own
just
server.
was like you need an update, and I was
you're
like, why do I need an
enrolling for
update? And now it
tournaments and
looks different
shit.
when I go onto channels now. Bingus.
I remember when
Said.
I had the
IJ. David
I think
Smith.
it was the first Xbox,
Said.
Blood Omen
Unreal
and
Tournament
like
was the
Legend of
shit.
Kane and
I
stuff
had it
like
for the
that.
original
Those
Xbox
were
back in the
fucking
day.
like crack cocaine for me.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, and they were gonna come out with another one. I think it was called Black Sun. That was gonna go further down the legacy. Because man, what a great fucking storyline! Like, dude, you could turn that into a fucking book or a fucking TV series, and it'd be
based
better
off
than
of a
Game of
book
Thrones.
anyways.
I think it might have been already a book, but I'm not sure. But yeah, they were gonna release Black Sun, and then they fucking canceled it. Put a fucking bunch of money and time into
Billy
it.
the Goat.
It looked
Said.
fucking fabulous.
Hey, is that Chris
And
on the
canceled.
mic?
Yes, it is. It is the future Emperor of Canada in the Discord.
What's going on?
Lord
Billy the
Jeremy
Goat.
Hirsch. Said.
Mr. Billy.
Original
Asking
Xbox.
some
Jedi Academy.
questions.
Best Star Wars game ever.
Well, I'm
J.I.
a Scorpio.
Said.
And,
After
you
Unreal
know, I
went
like long
full
walks
rainbow,
on the
I backed
beach.
off.
And
Lord
I
Jeremy
like
Hirsch.
4x4s.
Said.
Oh my
Billy.
God.
Goat hugging face.
What? What kind of question?
David Smith.
Someone just entered.
Said.
That's Doug.
Oi
Doug-
yo
Doug,
at Billy the
it's
Goat
me.
clinking beer mugs flexed biceps.
I can tell it's Doug by the background noise.
Oh. Is it too loud? It's my fan. Not my fan, but my air conditioner.
Well, no, it's all good, buddy.
It doesn't bother me all that much. I would let you know if it bothered me, sir.
Okay. I can put it on low cool, and that might take the noise down some.
Billy the Goat. Said.
Brother,
Hey guys,
I haven't
Chris,
installed our
David,
ACs
Hirsch
yet,
07
and
Gens.
last night, normally every night up until last night, everything cools down really fucking low in the nighttime.
Mhm.
So, like, you gotta shut windows and turn off fans and shit like that. But
J.I.
last night, nothing
Said.
fucking cooled down.
Doug.
It was just fucking scorching. Inside, outside, didn't matter. Fucking
Billy the Goat.
scorching.
That's a miserable
Said.
experience. I
Hey
hate
Dingus.
that.
And today we had a bit of overcast. It's like, okay, finally some kind of like rebreathing, that type of thing, right? Nope. Fucking still
Nope.
fucking hot
Billy
as
the
fuck,
Goat.
and now it's raining.
Said.
So it's moist
Doug.
as fuck.
Oh,
too.
yes.
David Smith. Said.
It's just
Been getting
it's just,
constant rain lately, so I haven't
raining
had to
on
use
the
the
parade,
AC at
you
all.
know?
Yeah. Oh, it's fucking miserable here now, and you know, of course, here I am out fucking, you know, with an open fucking engine. So all excited to be starting to put this back together. Got the fucking piece in, got the fucking the secondary fucking plate on top, you know, where your fucking your degasser and fucking timing wheel is, right? For your crank.
Mm-hmm.
And fucking start pissing down rain. Well, I can't fucking have it open the atmosphere and have fucking rain falling down in there.
Nope.
Right? It's that's gonna fuck that thing right up.
Get the plastic bags and bog yourself in there.
Yeah, well, I got a big tarp over it, right? But like,
Yeah,
fuck,
that's
I don't
still
want
not
to be
gonna
fucking
keep-
under that.
That's still not gonna keep moisture out of it.
No, but like, I don't want to be under there. Fuck, it's like I said, it's hot and fucking moist and miserable, and you want to fucking put me under a tarp?
Yeah.
No.
You're a man. Suck it up, Buttercup. I
Bingus.
thought you
Fuck
liked
your-
moist,
Said.
wet spots.
Billy, what's up, my bro?
Yeah, on my dank, not on the rest of me. Even my ball sack, you know, they get a pass on that. Unless, you know, she's a squirter. or really sloppy.
Yep.
We had a couple that were really sloppy. They got moist.
Oh my god. Oh,
Binkus.
yeah.
Said, I don't like dirty wet spot, yuck, and Chris, you nasty.
Well, I've gone through my neighbor's unit like 7 fucking times, dude, and I cannot figure out why this thing isn't running right.
You've been in a unit 7 times?
Oh, well, I've been in one of my neighbor's unit more than that.
Only 7 times? You're slacking, sir.
Douglas Edwards said, hey Billy, good to see you, brother.
Oh, man. Fuck, I don't want to go to work.
Douglas
God damn
Edwards said, at Jay, how are you, brother?
But,
Binkus
alas, I
said,
have to.
me too, Chris,
Unless
face
y'all want to
with
pay
tears
my
of joy.
bills.
Binkus said,
I hope
Very
you
moist.
get to do that with your streaming someday, Chaos. That would be pretty cool.
What, get paid by YouTube to stream?
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess. I mean, I don't know how realistic that is, but
Well, we'll know in another
I guess
425. Wait. Yeah, 425. For something like that. What is that? 457. I'm rounding up. Yeah, close enough.
I'm
So
just-
what is this game about? All I see is cosplay.
Billy the Goat
Well,
said,
the stream
So what is this
itself
game
is
about?
about to end,
all I
but
see is cosplay.
the gist of it is the minions of hell have been escaping and they're trying to take over the world. And this one, the mother, Lilith,
Mother
is
of all.
the mother of all hatred, is
Lord Jeremy Hirsch,
trying to
you've never played Diablo?
take back what is hers, I guess. See, the Nephilim came in a long time ago, and they put these gods, put them down, so to speak.
Yeah.
And every now and then they escape,
Billy the Goat
and
said,
the Nephilim come in
no,
and
I haven't played any
put
of
them
these
back in their
games.
place. Now, there's different variations of what Nephilim are. These are people with special
They are the-
powers. They have
They're the
abilities.
children
Yeah.
of an angel
Billy
and a
the Goat
demon, and Lilith
Yeah.
was the
said,
mother, and
I have heard of it,
Azadul
but
or
first
something
time
was
seeing
the
it.
father. They created sanctuary to separate themselves from the war between heaven and hell.
Yep.
And we are essentially the offspring of generations of, Nephilim. So humans were essentially Nephilim.
wow. That's interesting.
Fuck, I think that's in like an Old Testament somewhere, because part of that has been ripped
Yeah.
off from the fucking Bible.
Bingus.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah,
angels
yeah.
came
I
down
wouldn't
and bred
really
with the
compare
women.
it with Diablo, but
Yeah, they created giants.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what Nephilim, probably. Yeah.
Yeah,
Supposed to be
the first Nephilim, the pure Nephilim, were giants, and they had powers of both demons and angels. They were considered abominations by both sides, though.
But
Wow.
they lived amongst humans until the humans couldn't keep up with their hunger, and like Attack on Titan, the giants started eating the people.
Somewhat.
Yeah.
That's just a reference so
Well,
people
that's
get the
interesting
idea.
because
And then
the David and Goliath story. Yeah.
Yep. And then
And
the
the
flood.
place Jesus was crucified was called Golgotha, and Goliath was Goliath of Gath. So I think there's like some sort of symbolism in there somewhere.
Lord
There's
Jeremy
a lot
Hirsch
of symbolism
said,
and hidden shit.
yes, angels
Yeah,
came
yes,
down
sir.
from heaven and bred with demons, aka human women.
I
Face with tears of joy.
think
Billy the Goat
So
said, Sounds like a typical in-law family. J.I. said.
Me and Jeremy had
Douglas
talked,
Edwards, keeping the
and
stoke. Every day above dirt.
the whole I could have swore it was in the Bible where Lucifer was cast from heaven because he tried to rise up against God and overthrow him and God kicked him out of heaven. When he was cast from heaven, he took a third of the stars with him.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, it wasn't just
came
Lucifer
down
that
in the
fell.
form of a lightning bolt. Well, I'm thinking,
Yeah.
and it's that right there was my Freemasonry tie. The 33%, the 33 percent was represented the 33 degrees of Freemasonry. Or the third of the
That's
stars,
just you
33%.
take it.
No, it's symbolism. Even with the Freemasons, they say it's symbolism.
Yeah.
Even with the Illuminati, it's symbolism. They have their own little shit, whatever they do. Like the fucking
Dude.
the one with the lion's paw, where the fucking shirt is in the vest.
The what?
It's a pose. And you've seen a lot of portraits, Freemasons and Freemasons and Illuminati. They put their hand in their, like, not in a pocket, it goes like in between the buttons. Like
Okay.
Napoleon Bonaparte did it a lot. It's called the lion. It's a power thing, and it's the lion's paw or something like that, if I recall. But yeah, in a lot of older pictures, you see a lot of dudes like this with their hand in their shirt or as their fist was clenched. It's
I've
a
seen
status
pictures like
symbol.
that. Yeah.
Lord Jeremy
Yeah.
Hughes
Well,
Symbolism
said,
has power, buddy.
the exiled
Yep.
Templars formed the Illuminati. Illuminati
Propaganda
took over the
does
Masons.
too.
yeah.
Billy
Well,
the Goat.
So
propaganda is probably the
So is
greatest
this all
power so
Cupid's
far.
fault?
here's the thing with Cupid.
Yeah.
Cupid is a product of incest.
Excuse me?
Cupid is a product of incest.
Cupid?
Cupid. Babylon, bro. They were weird.
Are we talking Babylon from the Bible?
We're talking Babylon from back in the day, yes.
Cupid is a product of incest?
Yep.
We're gonna need a deep dive on that. I ain't never heard that before.
Yeah, I
Billy the
never
Goat
have explored
said,
Cupid
"Whoa,
thing or the
Damn,
gnomes
when does the
and
Cupid game come out?"
and the
Cupid is a type of
the
angel.
daggum.
Nope.
Oh, that's yeah.
That's what they want you to think.
Well, whatever. I
Yeah,
mean,
that
what was the other one?
David Smith said, incest was a common
Can't
occurrence
remember if
throughout
it was.
history.
I think it was in the Old Testament. There were angels, lesser angels that basically had a more hands-on approach. You know what I mean? Like they
Lord
walked the earth a
Jeremy
lot.
Hirsch
oh
said,
I can't remember what they were
Yeah.
called
Egypt,
though.
Sumatra, Babylon, all
Abraham,
thought it was important to keep
I
their
know there's a
bloodline as
story
pure
in
as
Sodom
possible.
and Gomorrah where
Incest
the
wasn't
angels,
just accepted,
Sodom
it
and
was
Gomorrah
expected.
Okay.
their
Binkus
moral depravity have
said,
sunken so low
From Disney, the way
that
they
they were
explain it
actually.
was
It
like
wasn't
get
just
shot
that
with
they
it, you
were
fall
having
in love
gay
in some
sex
sort
with
of
each
way.
other.
Yeah, that's
They
the
wanted
story
to
with Cupid.
they wanted to fornicate with God's angels.
Yeah, they wanted to rape the angels, so he offered up his daughters instead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Here,
yeah.
no, don't rape
But
the
he-
angels. Rape my daughters.
Exactly.
It's like, wait, what?
Um,
Nobody sees anything wrong here?
There's a lot wrong with
J.I.
that one.
said,
Like, I get
Ha,
it,
ha, ha.
raping angels.
Where
Probably
do
not
you
a good
think
way to
Pyrrhus
start.
came from?
Yeah.
But
So
David
raping
Smith
Cupid
anybody?
was the son
said,
of Mercury,
It
the
extended
winged
to the late
messenger
1500s and
of the
early
gods, and
1600s in Europe as
Venus.
well.
It is also the goddess of love. It's also in, let's see here, Cupid is this other description God of desire, erotic love, attraction, and affection
Billy
in
the Goat
classical mythology,
said,
often portrayed as the son of the
Santa
love
still
goddess
real?
Venus and the
Lord
god of war
Jeremy
Mars,
Hirsch
but that's in
said,
a
then
different
there is
one.
the
That's a
story
different
of Lot,
mythology.
Sodom, and Gomorrah. Lot's
Yeah.
daughters got him drunk so they could do the deed.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's a good
Well,
point
the
there,
whole
Lord
thing
Vacation.
behind that was they wanted to have kids. And with their options pretty much wiped out, Dad was the only option at the time. I don't know why that story was even added in there, other than the beforehand where Lot was told, "Get the fuck out,
Lord Jeremy
take
Hirsch
your wife, take your kids,
said,
run, don't look
they
back."
thought the rest of the world was destroyed.
Oh yeah, that's right. So they thought, yeah, it was a repopulation thing. But anyways, before all of that happened, Lot was told, "Get your family and go, leave everything behind." And as they were running, Lot's wife turned around and saw what had happened, and by doing so, it also been turned into a pillar of salt.
Mm-hmm.
Because she was
Yeah.
more worried about her worldly things instead of worrying about the future and just doing what God told her to do.
David Smith
So,
She probably
said,
had like connections
Billy.
to family there
Santa's
too
still
that she
real,
was
face with
leaving
hand over
behind.
mouth.
All these things that she was trying to hold
said,
on to.
Yep, leave all your worldly possessions behind and go. That's what God said. And she, my worldly possessions. No, God said turn and run, bitch. That's what you do. You turn and run. You don't look back. So that's you ever notice in movies especially, the more they turn and look back, the more they trip, the more they die.
Mm-hmm.
It's be like Forrest Gump and
Yeah.
run, bitch, run.
That's why our eyes are going forward, our feet are moving forward, everything is to move forward.
Yep. Don't look back. Keep
Seems
moving
like.
forward. Because when you look back, you get dragged back. And you can learn from it and then not repeat the
Israel
mistakes.
did the same thing.
Yep. And one of the reasons
When
the Jews hated the Gentiles is because on a spiritual level the Gentiles were far superior than the
J.I.
Jews.
said, it's all a lie. Allegedly. Ha
oh
ha ha.
yeah.
It's a lot of it. Let's get this back
When
up.
Moses brought Israel out of Egypt and into the wilderness, they kept wanting to go back. They kept saying, "Take us back. We were better in Egypt. We were better in Egypt."
Yep. Like, really? Y'all were slaves. Like,
Yeah, for I think like 400 years.
really? Being a slave is better than, I mean, that's true freedom for the most part. I mean, they eventually elected Moses as their leader because, you have to have, some people just need somebody to tell them what the fuck to do.
Right, exactly. And he's trying to bring them into freedom, but they're too addicted to the bondage. And so they want to go back into bondage, and it really exposes something a lot about human nature, I think. Because I'm a proponent of freedom, and I know freedom comes with consequences, but I'd rather have the consequences than not have the freedom.
Lord Jeremy Hirsch
Yep.
said,
Well, my friend,
Stockholm
that's
Syndrome.
a
Exactly,
dying
Jeremy.
breed right there.
Stockholm Syndrome.
Yeah, it's dying breed right there.
That's it, because people are too comfortable with their enslavement. That they'd rather be slaves.
Well, and
It's crazy to.
Again, it goes back to other fucking parts of this skewed view of through human nature. It's like now instead of the gratification of working hard to build something for yourself, they just want instant gratification. They hear handout, they hear nothing else.
That's
So if you
it.
start-
They
That's
don't
it.
think
Start
about
with
the
the
costs
peanut.
that come with it and all that extra
Well,
bullshit.
Yeah, what are you referring to? A bread and circus or something? So here's your free piece of bread while we completely fucking cause a circus of fuckery over here. All they see is a piece of bread.
The Roman Colosseum.
Oh.
Are you not entertained?
They don't see like the reward of like, and I don't in the way that I like the
No.
reward in the work that it takes to go out and kill the food that you're gonna eat.
No, they know that that's hard, right? And
Right.
you
Hard
can offer them scraps. As long as you're offering the scraps for free, you could literally fucking rob them blind on the fucking backside.
Lord Jeremy
They
Hirsch
don't see
there
the
it
circus
is.
no more.
if you take away
Right?
someone's responsibility, they don't have to take accountability. It's
Yep.
easier
And that's
for
the
most people
that's
to
the
be
mass,
told what to
isn't it?
do
That's the
than for them to
majority.
make a choice.
Mm-hmm.
And that's exactly why and I'm surprised I didn't get in trouble for that post when I posted on Facebook, because it advocated for violence against people. I said, if you hear somebody say the government needs to do more, you need to take them behind the shed and beat the retard out of them.
Yep.
That's true. I support that.
You would be doing everybody a favor if you
but-
beat the retard out of them.
I got hit for posting a video from YouTube showing what a bunch of Muslims did to a pride picnic.
Well, did you see the fucking guy that just went through a fucking playground and fucking stabbed a bunch of kids and people?
J.I.
Oh no,
Said-
I'd heard something about that.
David
Yeah,
Smith
there's fucking 4 children,
said,
man, in critical fucking
at Lord
condition.
Jeremy Hirsch.
By a
Great way
transformer?
to describe the past
No,
few
just a
generations.
fucking
100
crazy
points.
Muslim.
Oh god damn.
Lord Jeremy
Went
Hirsch
through the whole place and
said,
it's a fucking free
thumbs
for all.
up.
Ooh-wee.
Nobody else is fucking armed. Right?
Boy howdy.
And that was with a knife.
Just imagine if someone had a gun, they could have stopped him before he even hurt the first kid.
He might have got one person and was been taken out right away.
But god damn it, no Second Amendment, but you know, guns are violent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course they go after the softest target, which is children.
Of course. That's what we people
Right?
do.
Just like the crazy bitch transformer that went and fucking shot up that school. Soft targets.
Yeah.
They're not
Yeah.
protected.
I don't know if you
Gun-free.
guys caught.
It's a gun-free zone. Ain't no one there to
Gun-free
protect them
zone?
kids.
Why would I? And what is a locked door gonna do when a locked door is nothing but fucking glass? I mean, we saw she didn't even like. She could have used the fucking tip of her fucking rifle to smash those fucking doors, but instead she just shot right through them.
Went
I
in there
mean-
with an agenda. Hated kids. That was a grown woman, wasn't it?
Yeah, a grown fucking woman that was trying to be a man.
Oh god damn. Trying to I wonder
Pretending to
if
be a
that
man.
was I wonder if that was just to try and paint white men as terrible people still. Cause you know there's that
without
agenda.
a doubt, it's been, dude. Without a okay, hey, so if you haven't kept up with the couple of the fucking posts up here from the fires, we now have 89 counts of arson.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and there's I think 36 still under investigation.
David
One
Smith
woman here in BC has
said,
17
kind of
counts
funny how
fucking
banks are
arson
more
on her
protected
for
than
lighting
our own
her
children.
fire,
A thinking face.
and they let her go.
Wow.
And you know what? Do you know what somebody actually wrote in one of these articles?
What's that?
Climate change is leading to an increase in arson counts because nobody's fucking taking it seriously.
Lord Jeremy Hirsch
They're still blaming climate change
well,
for
if
these
we just
climate
make murder
fucking
illegal,
nut jobs,
then everyone
right?
would
Basically,
get along,
the
right?
other side of Antifa,
Man face palming.
right? For going out and lighting wildfires, committing acts of arson. They're still trying to blame climate change, even when they're like, you know, these are people.
Anything to push their stupid socialist/communist agenda, man.
Yeah. Oh, here, I actually got a good picture today.
Like you
Here's
heard
one
about that?
for you.
You heard about that colored guy they called a light white guy or whatever?
Yeah, he's a dark white man.
Dark white man, that's it. It's like,
Uh,
what?
Here, check this out. Check this out. This is literally what's fucking happening. Literally. Okay?
We're gonna view
This
this.
it's gonna be in your Discord's general chat. This is literally
All right.
what's happening.
Let's see here. Oh, god damn it.
well,
Alright, hold on, let me bring this
David
up, y'all.
Smith said, LOL, that reminds me of when
Oh,
Biden
that's
blamed
the-
COVID for
that's
one
the
of the
greatest
hurricanes in
example you could fucking
2021
get
LOL.
right there. You
Lord
won't
Jeremy
believe in
Hirsch
this,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna go
said,
make this happen.
I
So
don't
you
believe communists are even human.
that's
Change
awesome.
my mind.
Wow.
I don't even care if I get flagged anymore. Oh, that is great. This is climate change right here, people. This is what
Yep.
it is. They go out and create the fucking problems. And then they
Yeah, where they can't find evidence of the problem, they'll fucking
make it up.
them.
They doctor shit. Everything they've been feeding us for the last fucking 70, 80 years now. I guarantee most of it is doctored.
Hey, somebody mentioned the other day, and I've obviously forgotten because I can't fucking remember a goddamn thing. Who was it that stated back during the founding of the U.S., maybe, or even before that, that every 200 years your government should be purged? Was it every 200 years?
Thomas Jefferson.
Yeah, I think that was Jefferson.
What did he say exactly again?
I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I think it was Thomas Jefferson.
That's great.
So what was the actual saying? That every, like, so many years your government should be purged?
I mean, you ain't wrong on
Oh,
that.
yeah. Let me check this out.
You aren't wrong on that at all. Who? Is
Lord
that
Jeremy Hirsch
Billy
The
Graham?
Tree of
at
Liberty.
Chaos,
In your
the
avatar,
Romans
Doug?
documented growing citrus in the British Isles.
No, that's
Suppose
Peter
it used to be
Popoff.
warmer than it is now.
Oh, okay.
Said Wilson.
I'll probably change it again.
The Romans documenting
David
growing
Smith
citrus in the British
said,
Isles.
Typical societies
Suppose
don't
it
last
used
200
to be
years.
warmer than it is now. I mean, the Earth naturally goes through its own little cycles of stuff.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong.
I
We can have
mean,
an effect on
the-
parts, but
Minor,
overall-
minuscule.
Yeah,
A volcano,
overall-
a volcano injects more carbon monoxide into the atmosphere than we do in like a 10-year span. Just from
Yeah.
one single eruption.
Lord Jeremy
yeah,
Hirsch
we can poison water supplies.
said,
We've done
Yeah.
a lot.
we're still
that
in
a
an
lot.
ice age.
Yeah, but if we to poison it all, we're gonna have to fucking really try here, people, for a long
yeah.
fucking time, and we got to get everybody on board. Like everybody, we can turn a city or an area or even a fucking state into a toxic water wasteland. But
Camp
we aren't gonna fucking get it all.
Lejeune, Camp Lejeune, ring a bell, you know,
I've never heard of
contaminated
that.
water. Oh, dude, it has been all over the fucking news here. Or not the news, it's been on commercials here about Camp Lejeune, their contaminated water. And if you were stationed on Camp Lejeune between a certain time, you might be able to get some money, some government cheddar.
Government cheddar.
Yeah,
Yeah, very
taxpayer money. An ice age. Maybe. It could be. We're about to be going into an ice age. Because I don't know. We'll see.
David Smith said,
Do you believe we have
I
more
do
than
believe
a
we have
minor
more than a
effect?
minor effect on the climate, but not as bad as they want us to believe. Being human means manipulating our environment to suit our needs.
Yep, and that's what God told us to do. can go out and adapt, overcome, and live. But you will no longer be immortal. You will die eventually. I believe Adam and Eve to be Nephilim as well, because they came from God. They're made of the earth, and that's what... it's weird. I don't know how you'd really... Could they be... Because, I mean, we came from the earth. Literally took dirt and blew life into it. And here we were. Celestials.
Lord Jeremy Hirsch said, Adam and Eve would technically be celestials.
We are all star stuff.
I could kind of see that. Because before they ate the fruit off the tree of knowledge, they had no idea. Well, they didn't know the difference between right and wrong. That was a big thing. There's no shame, no guilt.
No.
They were just told to till the garden, take care of the garden.
David
Stay away from that tree.
Paradise
said,
on earth.
Nephilim were the spawn of angels and humans, not made by God directly.
Yeah,
Lord
were-
Jeremy Hirsch
that brings up a lot of
said,
interesting questions.
and they were immortal.
But
Like,
when
why
they-
put the tree there in the first place?
To tempt. It's
Temptation.
your test.
It's your test, yeah. You know,
Okay.
and
It's your test,
we ended
buddy.
up failing. There's always going to be temptation. Our spawn of angels and humans. Okay.
Lord Jeremy Hirsch said,
Well, I
yes,
figured.
Nephilim are spawn of angel and
You
human.
see, I figured it like this: angels were divine beings as well, and that was my precipice behind that. God blowing divine life into it, thus creating a Nephilim. But you are, that part with the spawn of angels and humans. Yes, that is definite.
The Herodrum. There you go.
The Herodrum. The Druids.
I was trying to change my avatar, but it won't let me do it for some reason until I escape or until I close out.
Lord Jeremy Hirsch
rebelled.
said,
This,
God commanded
yes,
the
see?
angels to bow
This is
to
what I'm talking
humanity,
about, this
which
stuff.
is why Lucifer rebelled.
Yeah, because he saw how flawed we were and just figured we'd be better off wiped out. He rebelled against God, tried to take over heaven, and God was like, get the fuck out of here. And that's when he got sent
David
out of
Smith
hell.
said, it begs the question, was Jesus the spawn of Gabriel and Mary? We may never know.
Well, if anything, because they say the serpent was Satan, or I've also heard the serpent was Lucifer as well, in its true form. I don't know. I've heard so many different fucking stories,
Yeah.
and this is where I wrestled with the whole, with everything.
There, Doug. I changed my profile pic.
Because it
Or
all
my avatar.
fucking,
Oh, I love it.
to a degree, makes sense. It like fills in missing gaps, but
Yeah, it's awesome. I'm looking for a man bear pig image
Oh,
for my new
God.
profile pic. Man bear pig 2024.
could it have been
President.
actually that when Lucifer was cast from heaven, he was sent into Mary? I don't know. That just brings up that question too.
Look, I penetrated Mary, all right?
Right.
Because you never really heard anything about Lucifer after he's cast out of heaven. You just heard about Satan.
Lord Jeremy Hirsch,
Serpent, dragon,
Chris
beast
over
are names for
2000
Lucifer,
Serpent,
Satan,
dragon,
so they are one and the
beast,
same.
all names for Lucifer
Duh.
/ Satan.
How
and
dare
Lucifer was a
you go
mistranslation
against
of
my
Hebrew to Greek,
self-identification?
Satan.
Oh, wait, yeah. Oh, there's the bigotry again coming out
Yeah,
of me.
that's your fucking bigotry coming
So
through.
they are synonymous, one and the same.
Luckily, I'm a
But
forgiving person.
But that brings up the question of, in the beginning there was darkness, there was nothing but evil, and from that evil there came light. So that begs to differ, was Lucifer or was Satan here first? And then from Satan
Bingus
came God.
said, I miss when there were mutual fights because I'd beat the hell out of my next door
Wow.
neighbors.
This is where this shit gets
That
crazy.
just fucked my head.
Yeah, exactly. It fucks with people's heads when you start digging into this kind of shit. I know
Yeah.
a lot of it is man-made. I know a lot of it is.
Yeah, like
But-
the traditions that have been passed
Yeah.
down,
Yeah,
like from generation to
it's
generation.
the spiritual part that
Lord
I
Jeremy
start.
Hirsch
That's where I
said,
because
God made both light and dark. When
That's
God
the
uses
part I
evil,
like,
it glorifies
is the
him.
fact
When
that
humans use the
even
tool
though
of
you've
evil,
got all
it
these
only harms.
deceptions at the core,
God made both
there
light.
is truth to be found.
David Smith said, that's the other thing. How can we trust the translations? How can we trust anything written by man? That's why I believe any connection with God has to be in an individual level.
Based off the stories in the Bibles, when Jesus Christ was going around doing his thing, he was trying to get people away from the church and just worship God in their own way.
Mm-hmm.
While living, love thy neighbors, I love thyself, So if you're treating other people like shit, you're a piece of shit. If you love yourself, you're not gonna treat other people like a piece of shit.
That's true.
So there's and he was basically threatening the Sadducees and the Pharisees' power and authority because they were inherently in bed with the Roman Catholic Church. And that goes down a whole other rabbit hole. The Catholic Church is a branch from the Roman Catholic Church.
Oh, I just thought that
Lord
when
Jeremy
the Pharisees
Hirsch
and Sadducees,
said,
the Pharisees, I mean,
correct
I didn't know
chaos.
that the
Read Matthew
Catholics were
chapter
around
6.
then. Were
he
they?
hated the laws of
Were they
Moses
a
and the
thing?
Pharisees.
Yeah, because the laws of Moses and the Pharisees were all man-made laws. That's
J.I.
why.
Oh,
said,
I gotcha.
Amen. David Smith
Oh, that makes sense.
said,
Yep.
Catholicism was invented by the Romans.
And
So Jesus was taking them away from it.
Yeah.
Into what? Yeah, into a relationship. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, an actual
That's good
relationship
news.
with God instead of a kind of a, in order to please God, you cannot eat pork and blah and blah and blah, and you got to do this and blah 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 blah. And if you don't, you will be stoned to death for your heresy.
That makes sense. The Catholics are like that. They are like that. Holy cow.
It was a slight over embellishment, but
Lord Jeremy Hirsch said,
No, that's
not
pretty
exactly
cool,
David.
because I noticed
Catholicism
that
was
they're
established
very
by the
religious
apostles.
with their rituals.
The Romans corrupted it.
But I find myself like, what is it? They're not inviting people like to know God for themselves. They're just going through the repetition of dead works and religious routine, which really I think God probably detests, in all honesty.
So if you look at the origins of Catholicism, their original language
David
is
Smith
Latin.
said,
Now you know where
600 plus laws
Catholicism
in
came
traditional
from.
Hebrew.
Them
Holy
Spanish-speaking countries, where their language is kind of changed over time. And then they spread the
live right next door
conquistadors,
to a
kind of
Catholic
spread over.
church.
Now, I'm not saying all they're bad people, but
Right.
when you get into the theology of Catholicism, it's an antichrist religion. They believe through the Mother Mary is the way to God.
Wow.
Whereas,
That's it.
and like the Jews, they're still waiting on their Messiah, when in reality they killed him. They killed his ass.
Bingus.
So,
Yep.
Judaism
Said,
in itself is
Peter
they'll say most
antichrist.
of the time with books that have some good knowledge.
And then
They
you
ask
got
you to return your
he's
book.
like,
They'll burn them
"You
especially
crucified
in
the Lord
schools
of
or
glory."
recycle them.
and then you
Put him
got
on a cross. And
Teacher
killed him.
told me their
and then
old
you
books
got
wink.
Islam, which they acknowledge Jesus Christ existed. They believe he's a prophet, but they don't believe he's the Messiah, and they believe Allah is the God. That right there is inherently is Antichrist itself.
Yeah.
Now, they like again, they
So then you
they,
have the
they
atheists
acknowledge, but
and
they
the
don't
agnostic
believe,
community.
as
David
God,
Smith
as Jesus said, you know,
said,
through me is the way to the
I
Father.
don't think you are right at Lord Jeremy Hirsch. The Romans adapted Christian beliefs from the Hebrews.
Yeah.
It's kind of no wonder the atheists and agnostics are like,
Lord Jeremy Hirsch
you guys are all
So-
full of
said,
shit.
Ephesians 2:8-9 For by grace are ye saved
And
through
I
faith, and that
understand
not
their
of
plight.
yourselves.
I
It
understand
is
the
the gift of
argument
God,
and the
not of
disagreement.
works,
And
lest
most
any
of the
man
time
should
with
boast.
Books of some. Hold on, I gotta go to the next one here. I don't think the Romans adapted Christian.
Bingus.
Yeah, and the only
Said,
reason they
I don't know if Allah is the same
adopted-
God as the Christian God, maybe.
It's not. It's the, Allah in the book is the so in Revelations there's one that rides in on a white horse. In Islam, their God comes in on a white horse. So their God is the God.
Lord Jeremy Hirsch
is one of the
said,
four
Bingus,
horsemen of the
Allah
apocalypse.
is not the same God as Yahweh.
But so when Constantine start going around telling people to quit harassing the Christians and hunting them and all that shit.
David Smith
He only did
said,
that to
I believe in God, but
'cause he
not
was-
the God described by any
Yeah.
religion. Like
So
I said,
Yes,
any
basically,
connection to
yeah.
a higher power needs to be on an individual level.
That was like 300 years after
his men,
Oh, the sun
Christ's
god.
Constantine's
ascension,
Constantine's men were losing morale because they felt bad for what was going on. They realized what they were doing was wrong, and Constantine realized he was losing his troops. So he acknowledged Christianity, but when he told these people this, you know, he said you could claim Christian and out in public, but behind closed doors, you know, you keep worshiping your pagan gods, which is exactly what he did. Even after he, like, people idolize this guy for he infected something pure with pagan shit.
It's interesting that if you go into the New Testament, I think it's Acts 7, I believe. I could be wrong, but the Apostle Paul goes to Athens, and in Athens they have a statue they're worshiping, basically called the tomb of the unknown God. And Paul says to him, he's like, hey, that, you know, I see here that you're very religious, but the God that you say that you're worshiping is actually here among us, and you're actually a part of who he is. And I think I'm gonna have to go back and read that story again, but it's interesting. He shows up there and they're worshiping a statue that says, you know, to the tomb of the unknown God. And Paul comes out and says, you can clearly know God, and here's how, basically.
Acts
I know that's in Acts
17:23.
somewhere.
Yeah, 17:23.
Oh, that's it.
Bingus
Yeah,
said,
there it is.
there's something like the god of Osiris and then Ra or something.
So the God that they're
Jeremy Hirsch
worshiping, it's interesting that he
At
He
David
says
Smith
that-
is simple.
that
Quick
he's
search will
actually there
confirm.
with them in their
Catholics
midst.
agree that Jesus
and
established
that he
the
can
Catholic
actually be
Church
known.
and appointed his apostles
I
to
think that's
continue
kind
his
of
works.
sums up that
Bingus
little illustration.
said,
Simple quick search.
but
will
that's
confirm
some old
Catholics
stuff.
agree that Jesus established the Catholic Church. I don't think he was trying to establish a church at all. He just told him to keep going out and spreading the word. Again, Jesus was trying to get people away from the church. So I don't think that per se would be true.
Lord Jeremy Hirsch said, at Bingus, that story is also present in the Anunnaki, the Vedas, Norse, ECT.
No. There are overlappings between the different gods before they come down to a singular god. And that was the polytheism, the belief in many gods. That's just too much shit with that. So I can understand monotheism coming in. And just narrowing it down to one singular god.
Sure.
It reduces the risk for tribal tendencies, because we're all worshiping the same god at that point.
The reason I like what Jesus demonstrates is like it's the first time that God is now known as Father. He's not known as
Bingus
Father by any of the by Moses,
Monarchy.
by any
David
of the
Smith
prophets.
said,
But when Jesus shows
Lord
up,
Jeremy
he
Hirsch,
introduces
the Romans were
God
incorporating
as,
Hebrew
as
beliefs
a
before
father.
Jesus was born.
So
The apostles had
that's
influence
something
later,
new
but
that
before
changes.
Jesus was born, Romans were practicing Judaism.
Yeah, anything involving the Pope you should question. I'm just gonna throw that out there, because a majority of the popes throughout history were Das Juden. So I would definitely say Jesus Christ had nothing to do with the Catholic Church. Again, he was trying to get people away from the church and being in a one-on-one relationship with God.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Constantine showed up 300 years later and said, we're going to make Christianity the world's recognized religion. And so they started taking over the pagan temples, but then they were doing the same things in the pagan temples as the pagans were doing. So,
because again, they were behind closed doors, and that was one of the things. The Jews fell out of God's favor because they kept going back to worshiping worldly things and stuff like that.
Yes.
While
the rituals.
Said,
while the
it goes way back then. It becomes this history
the
of all
apostles
sorts
and all
of wars.
that, again, the
Lord Jeremy Hirsch.
Fuck, I forgot what they were called
said,
all of a sudden.
Well, David, several Hebrews practiced other religions too. Shall we say
They
the
were
Hebrews
like
founded
saying that
Islam?
you yourself
Thinking
are the
face.
body of the Holy Spirit, that this is true worship to God, that you yourself have become the embodiment of the presence of God, of the temple of God. And it's not a man-made physical temple, it's your actual body has become the temple.
Yep. Look at the story of Solomon. He was told don't mix with other people as well, but he ended up marrying foreign wives, and then he catered to them and started idolizing their gods and fell away from God's grace because, again, he started worshiping false idols. And again, it said, I can't remember.
He was one of the wisest men who ever.
Yeah, but he ended up falling away from God's grace because he listened to a woman. It says, I can't remember what. I think it's Ezekiel. I can't. Now, don't hold me to it. But it says in the Bible, literally, don't let women lead, for they will destroy kings and kingdoms.
Amen. Chaos. Solomon took over 700 wives of other people.
That isn't Ezekiel. That's it. I actually didn't know that until you told me that. That's cool.
So, But yeah, you know, that's that right there. You know, God was about one man, one woman, creating a family and a union. You know, and about that. And this, you know, that people wonder why those harem societies don't really thrive and exist or do very well anymore. It's because it's like all the other guys that don't have wives, they're like, it's some bullshit. Who are these motherfuckers to hoard all the
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
women? Fuck this shit.
That's true.
And then a motherfucker dies, and then all the dudes walk off and get to fight over who they get.
Yes. And then you
Bingus
have a destroyed nuclear
said,
family, which is
I
what
wish
we
I could
have.
remember
So,
I
everything
think
my
that's what
teacher
we
taught
have
me.
here.
The dude knew a lot.
Bingus, the best way to you just gotta go over the shit. I keep refreshing my memory with the Bible every time I read it. I remember more and more every time I read it. I wish I could
Yeah, it's
remember all
pretty
the
awesome.
shit. I wish I could remember all the information I needed when it was needed sometimes, but that's just the sometimers. Sometimes you remember.
Yeah, that's pretty
Sometimes
awesome.
you don't. But you gotta do stuff. You just gotta
Then
work your
there,
brain. Reading itself is actually really good for the brain. Reading in Old English, actually, believe it or not, they did studies on this. You read in Old English, and it's supposed to increase your not only your linguistics abilities,
Bingus
but it increases
said, You're
your
right,
ability to
Chaos.
read in general.
David Smith said, at
Our
Lord
religion
Jeremy
brings
Hirsch,
facets for yes.
all religions incorporate
That right there.
facets
Yes,
from other
yes,
religions.
yes. That
According
right
to
there.
historians, a lot of Christian practices started in places like Samaria and Egypt.
That was the original. The original Christians were Jews. All of them. They were all Jews. The original Christians. They left they left
Lord
the
Jeremy
Talmud and all
Hirsch
that.
said, Agreed, David. One should read the beliefs of lots of other peoples. The
And they
Hindu/Buddhists have
started
good
following
concepts
Jesus.
too.
And that was in his teachings. The Sadducees and the Pharisees didn't like that because it's like, hey,
Douglas
these are our people.
Edwards
These are rights. These are money.
said,
They give us our
At
power.
David Smith, I've even started practicing meditations as well with prayer.
Mm. That's careful with that.
oh, meditating.
Yeah, because that's
Douglas
a
Edwards said, I think it's
it's
pretty
a
much the same.
it's
I usually do it with scripture. So like so for instance, like I'll have a verse and I'll just meditate. Like I'll just close my eyes, and just kind
and
of
think on the verse and all of that.
think on the verse. Yeah, and
Okay.
what it might be saying to me, and because so when I talk about meditation, I mean I'm just trying to fill my thoughts with God's thoughts. So, and like I said,
Oops.
it's not like I'm not a master at it, but it's kind of like so God so loved the
Bingus
world that He gave His
said,
only Son.
So
So
what
yeah,
came
I'll
after
just like
Judaism is
meditate on what
Christianity, yet
the
I remember
Scripture is
this.
saying.
Yeah. So there was Judaism. Well, actually, Judaism and then Roman Catholicism.
Oh
Roman
Lord
Catholicism was
Jeremy
the
Hirsch
second religion.
said, There's nothing wrong
No,
with meditation itself, it's what you dwell on while doing it.
exactly. So yeah, Bingus. Originally there was Judaism, then Roman Catholicism came in, and then
Bingus said,
Christianity
Oh yes, Roman Catholicism. David Smith
and
said,
Catholicism
I believe
popped up
there is a
after
grain of truth in all of
Christianity.
it, but it got corrupted due to the fact that information couldn't be properly transmitted and also the passage of time.
Yeah, that's a
There's
lot of
one
it. And
book I
then
really been wanting to. Yeah,
what's called
the, the Life of Pontius Pilate.
uh
I'd like to read that history because he's the one who gave the execution order for Christ. I'd like to know what happened to him after that.
oh, his life is probably all kinds of suffering.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, yes, there is a grain of truth in it. Unfortunately, that's where the discernment comes in, being able to discern what's actual and what's been injected in there. Fortunately, in order to get the original Bible, you need to know Hebrew, and I don't know Hebrew, so kind of fucked. So the closest I have is the
I don't either.
King James version. And even that one is corrupt because King James himself changed it to where he could get divorced. Because before that, divorce wasn't...
I'll never forget.
Divorce wasn't permitted.
I'll never forget. Sorry, Chaos. Sorry about that. Speaking of the King James Version, before I became a believer in Jesus, I was an avid atheist, and so that changed for me at 26, and then I ended up going to a church for about 8 or 9 years. I showed up at this church with a new international version, and you would have thought that I had committed the unforgivable sin.
The Hebrew Bible was the closest is what my
They
teacher
were
said
like,
the Quran
"Get out of here with that."
Dingus
And I'm like, "Are
said,
you serious? I
that
just gave my heart to Jesus. He filled me with the Holy Spirit, and yet you want to hold me to task on a Bible version? Are you serious?"
Because it's gotten further. If you compare them all, words are being omitted. And yes, Bingus, Quran was the word I was looking for. They've been omitting, like, the enemies of Jesus. Who were the enemies of Jesus back then? The Sadducees and the Pharisees.
Oh, the religious leaders.
Yeah. And what were the religious leaders? They don't say
They
that
were the ones
anymore.
who had the law of Moses.
said, David, my belief is that our God is timeless. He is in complete control at all times. He changes words and meanings to
I just
suit his
couldn't
own
believe
needs.
it. I was
at their
like, wow,
appointed
okay, I
time.
guess I'll go
We
burn this
cannot know his
NIV
plan
now.
or purpose.
I was like, okay.
Yeah,
Don't
if
show
you
up
read
here
them,
without a King James.
you just gotta look for it. That's the thing, because it's a lot of reading. But they start omitting stuff from there and changing the words. And you're not, and it said early on, you're not supposed to change the Bible. You're not supposed to change the Word of God. Ooh, that's not our right. That's not our privilege. Who are we to think
So
we
my
can
question
alter the
is,
Word of
like,
God?
What makes King James Version the Word of God, though?
It's the closest one that we can read in English.
Oh, okay.
The problem is it's written in Old English, and people are lazy and don't feel like reading all of that because a lot of the words back then don't mean what they mean now.
If I make the argument that the Word of God is a person, and the person is Jesus, and that's who I'm following, but I do like to read the English Standard Version, am I in error for that? I mean, that's just kind of like my
Again,
way, kind of defending different versions.
Right, that's where the discernment comes in, being able to discern. Like I said, my pastor quotes people like Calvin and shit, and I know Calvin bastardized the fuck out of Christianity. So I don't.
Oh yeah.
I don't take into that. I discern that. I cast it aside.
I got you. That's awesome.
Now you may have had some tidbits of goodness in there, but still,
Bingus
he created his own fucking
said,
religion, Calvinism, his
I
own
got
ideology.
a B+ on this subject,
Calvinism.
LOL, which I was top 5 in my class, LOL.
That's true.
Bingus said,
I don't
Which
know.
asterisk?
I don't know what Calvinism is actually.
It's a very bastardized version of Christianity.
Oh, okay. Oh, is it the predestination thing?
I believe so.
Like only a certain amount of people are basically going to, and that gets into some hard questions right there because
Well, the rapture in itself already said how many people are going to get raptured.
Okay.
Like that number's not changed.
I wonder if that number, if that has to be specific, is it symbolic? Is it possible that people are misinterpreting the understanding of what it says?
There has been a lot of
Like, I don't
misinterpretation and
know.
misunderstanding in the
Bingus
words, yes.
said.
It's like adultery
Goes
back
back
then
to ancient Egypt.
had a
David
different
Smith
meaning than what people think. It
said,
doesn't just mean don't cheat
At
on your
Lord
spouse.
Jeremy Hirsch,
It meant don't be
you aren't
promiscuous.
We are nothing compared to the divine,
Oh,
but
yeah.
God can also change those
Jesus
things
even
on an
said if you
individual
lust
level.
in your heart,
It's the same God
you've already
objectively, but
committed
it could be
adultery.
different
Yes.
as well.
yeah.
Bingus said.
We are
So
nothing
these-
compared to
but
the
these
divine,
guys
were-
God can also change those things on an individual level. Yes, as long as you walk in His light and do, and you know, He will bless you. And I could say I've been very blessed, and this could all be taken
Yeah, me
away from.
too.
This could all be taken away from me at any given time,
Yeah, me too.
and I know that.
I'm trying not to take it for granted.
Exactly. So, I'm very
My
thankful
life
for
Lord
has
Jeremy
everything that I
vastly
Hirsch
have.
improved in the
said,
last year.
If our God wanted all of to worship Him the
Things
same
didn't
way,
go the way
we
I
wouldn't
thought
be
they were
able to
going
have our
to,
own
but I
opinions.
still say it's
It's hard to
better
know the
today than it
unknowable.
was 5
He
years
is all
ago
things,
when
at
I had
all
a nickel
times.
and a dime in my
Lord
pocket.
Jeremy
And that was one
Hirsch
of the
that's it.
things with
said,
like Jews,
Two
like you
people
had to
can
worship
look
a
at the same
certain
bird flying
way.
and see different angles.
Yeah. It's like you had to worship God certain ways on certain days, and you couldn't do this on certain days, and blah 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 giddy blah. There's so many restrictions. It's quite authoritarian, if you ask me.
Mm-hmm.
I did just kind of hint at something there. But yeah, I know at any given time someone could just come in and take all this shit. The government could come in and take all this shit. And I'll fight
Oh,
for
yeah.
it. I may
Bingus
lose my life in the process.
Said,
But
my teacher always used to go about Judaism.
If I
No.
lived in California when last night's thing happened at work, I'd have been terminated on the spot.
no,
Most likely. Like, what do you mean you're not going to fall on the grenade for this strong and independent woman? I
we're
said, you heard me.
equals.
I'm doing my job.
We're equals, man. She could do anything a man can do and in heels, man. Isn't that what women say nowadays? Or isn't that what women have been saying since
Oh,
the
yeah.
60s even?
But
So-
you're a terrible male, Doug, so we're firing you because of it.
Yep, you
That's
get them
the
for
reality of California.
Ugh. That's the reality of a right to work state. They can fire you for any reason,
Oh, yeah.
and then you may actually
Wow.
be able to for wrongful termination
Yeah, and get a lawsuit.
because technically you're using their own laws against you. You'd be using their own rules against them. Because if men and women are
That's
equal,
right.
and the saying is women can do anything a man can do, even in heels.
Oh, yep.
So
They inadvertently put all the balls on my court.
just they can just take their foot and just kind of slowly insert it in their mouth because that's kind of what they did.
Yeah, I treated them as an equal. Isn't that what you guys said?
We're equals,
So
right?
why am I being
What?
persecuted
Why?
for it? She can do. How? Oh, so you don't believe that they can do everything they say that we can do? Oh, who's the bigot now?
Yeah, you can flip it on them and play into it. And then just, it's
David
fun
Smith
when you get them caught,
said,
like that.
At Lord Jeremy Hirsch. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, it's it's a
100
beautiful
points.
moment, and it's a tall drink of liberal tears. I love it.
And then all they can do is spurg out. You see that vein pop up in their head and just start foaming at the
Bingus
mouth.
Said. And then
They're
what
in
we
a rock
also
and a
learned
hard
was
place
Buddhism.
with that one. Yeah. Oh,
Lord Jeremy Hirsch.
Buddhism
they
is
think
so.
all
Said,
stupid that we're
Amen,
not
brother
thinking.
David.
So
100 points beaming face with smiling eyes thumbs up.
Here's the thing with like Buddhism and all of that. So Buddhism believes through the self is the key to everything. Whereas like again that falls along the lines of like Luciferian ideologies, because Luciferianism believes that we are like or equal to gods, and through us, we create our own realities. Luciferianism
I
is a
hope I'm not
very
keeping
interesting.
you from your job.
No,
Chaos.
but I am fixing to have to actually go.
Binkus.
It's a
Said.
circle.
It's a circle of stuff in that.
Retired male
A
soccer
wild.
team.
Shine
Yes.
Customs, Travis
I have
Swetsiak,
heard about that.
entered the chat. Welcome to the stream.
Buddhism
Shine
is a
Customs,
dumbed down version
Travis
of Hinduism.
Swetsiak said, I just watched a retired male soccer team destroy an active
Thank you
female
for the
soccer team.
conversation. And
12 to 0
I don't know where
LOL, they
Chris
got
went
humbled.
to, but I
They
appreciated
did.
Lord
talking to
Jeremy
him
Hirsch
too.
said, at Chaos Buddhism
But
is a dumbed down version
At
of
the end
Hinduism.
of the day, though,
For the common man.
it is a Luciferian ideology because, again, both believe through the self you achieve everything. There is no God that is making this all possible. I was
David Smith said,
not true. Buddhism
Not true,
is not
chaos.
individualistic.
Buddhism is not individualistic.
Not
Buddhists
the
try to
self.
look beyond the self and forgo the materialistic. Douglas Edwards said,
Okay.
at Lord Jeremy Hirsch, always good to see you.
I might have got my ideologies
Edwards.
mixed up there.
Said, at David Smith, it was awesome hanging out, brother.
Yeah.
Binkus.
Do not Christians
Said,
believe that God
But the
lives
belief is you
within
don't
us?
do right, you just are espioning.
Yeah.
Lord
I
Jeremy Hirsch
certainly do.
said, do not Christians believe that God lives within us?
Yeah, we
Beaming
are
face
vessels.
with smiling eyes.
We are
David
vessels
Smith
with
said,
God's
you as well,
likeness in
brother
us.
Doug. Lord Jeremy Hirsch said,
Dougie,
Dougie,
love to chat
love
with
to
you.
chat with you, brother.
Oh,
About
yeah,
to
this is all,
sit
you
down.
guys are all great. And I think that's
These are
what's coming.
fun.
I don't know. I'm trying to be
Well,
optimistic
like
about
I said,
humanity.
look at it. Look at this. Revelations is coming to fruition. The
David
Euphrates is
Smith
dried up.
Said, thanks
Yeah.
for the
So
Kobos
it's only a
chaos
matter
for
of
sure.
time.
Not an
before
easy
the rest of
topic,
us
but I
know.
enjoy it.
This stuff is never easy to talk about with anybody. I enjoy topics like this. I can actually go through and not really the only word that really triggers me is when some fucktard comes out with Sky Daddy. I'm like,
Binkus.
dude, shut the fuck up.
Said, I feel like I'm the
Oh.
end.
That's like the only thing that irritates. That's like the only word those idiots throw out that it's just like, oh, you're invisible
man.
Sky Daddy. It's like, oh wow, you're such a condescending cunt.
Yeah. Oh, it's amazing that it's like we
Lord
act.
Jeremy
Humanity
Hirsch
kind of thinks that
said,
civilization
Amen. The two
started
things
at
every
their
religion
birth.
agrees on
That it
is there was a
can't be
big flood,
possible
and
that
there
there
will
were
be a great
people
and
here
horrific
thousands
end.
and thousands of years before them
And
who
if
were
you-
smarter, who were wiser.
Yep. Jeremy, if you look at
Who
all
knew
the
something
ancient
about God?
civilizations, even though they were still pagan, they worship pagan gods, they still have stories of floods in them. There was a great
David
flood that
Smith
happened and wiped out a good
said,
deal of humanity.
At Lord Jeremy Hirsch.
Yeah.
LOL exactly
You
100
can
points.
even read Josephus.
Yep. Give a shout out to
Josephus was like,
everybody in the
my bad.
It's alright. We'll have to carry this on later tonight for Quiplash and shit. Give
Absolutely.
a shout out to everybody in the chat and everybody come through in the Discord. Douglas Edwards is always a pleasure. Chris Mitchell as well. Got Shine Customs, Travis Vedziak. Welcome, brother. Thanks for letting me use your music because my intro and outro shit, bro. I appreciate it.
Binkus.
J.A. Bingus.
We go back to thousands
David
and thousands
Smith.
of years, and I think they
Lord
were like,
Jeremy
look at this
Hirsch.
shit I engraved into
Killing
the earth.
Speed, JLM.
David Smith.
Indie MGTOW.
It may not have been a
H2O,
flood
IQ
exactly,
Water Jr.
just a cataclysmic event that
Could've
killed a
been,
lot of
yeah.
people.
Could have been.
Lord Jeremy Hirsch.
Maybe it was
Said,
the polar.
"Thanks,
Maybe
chaos.
the ice caps
Flex
all
biceps."
melted instantly because a giant ass meteor hit them and caused a great flood. Or maybe it was just that. A giant ass meteor hit the water and caused a massive flood.
Bingus said,
We don't know.
Chaos
we weren't
love
alive back
talking
then.
about this stuff too. Douglas Edwards
Crystal Kitten
said,
make sure to check her out. She
At
does
Bingus,
gaming with
always
me
a pleasure
and
to see you.
Primo and
Bingus
Polska,
said,
Douglas Edwards and Harry Hunt. Billy the Goat! The bad influence on YouTube. Make sure to go check him out too. Show him some love and support. He puts out a lot of great content. And Nezuko-chan, hope to see you again.
Said,
I'll be back
Douglas Edwards,
tonight
always good to see you too,
with
bro.
some Jackbox games. So come get jacked up with us.
David
And
Smith
Quiplash and Murder Mystery
said,
Trivia.
Take her easy, gents.
Thank you
Much
to those
love.
that are still subscribed. Your support has been greatly appreciated. And thank you to those just recently subscribed. Hope you stick around for the long run. We're almost to 500. 500 means I get drunk. And I know a lot of y'all like seeing people suffer.
Bingus
And god
said,
damn it, I suffered.
Aw, the damn trivia.
Motherfuck did I suffer after that.
Lord Jeremy Hirsch said,
Anyways, until
CYA
next
Bingus,
time,
David,
have a great
Dougie,
morning,
Chaos
evening, or
Hugging Face,
afternoon, wherever it is you hail
Douglas
from.
Edwards
I'm out this bitch. Peace.
I'm headed to Outlaws if he is streaming, guys.
Hey, sorry for over talking you there, Chaos. I have a bad habit of cutting people off.
These things are, that's the joys of being in like something like this. We're not face to face, so we can't tell. And I have a tendency to
Bingus
pause in between.
said,
So, and a lot of
Lord
it so I
Jeremy
can gather
Herschel,
all of my
love brother.
thoughts, because my brain is racing 1 billion miles per hour as I'm gathering my thoughts. So,
Same here, man. Same here.
and I have to
You
pause
mean
for a
Saunders
second.
probably have a
Yeah.
lot in common with
And I have to pause for a second so my brain can catch up, and then I can
Yeah.
lay out my thoughts. So because I want to lay them out as concise and correctly as possible.
Yep.
I don't want to give no misinformation. Which is why when I was talking about COVID and shit, I'm surprised I don't get flagged for misinformation.
Oh yeah. Apparently now it's okay.
Bingo.
To
So
go
it's
ahead and
so
put
it's
all
okay
that
for me to
stuff
say
in.
Now
Bill
Trivia
Gates
AI
funded
is
it,
going to be questioning this tonight, SMH.
along with
I
Fauci
think it's okay for you to say whatever you want. Yeah.
and Chinese
I think
government,
it's okay. That's your,
and probably
that's your
us
constitutional right.
through
Yeah.
foreign aid.
Oh,
Did I just drop a whole bunch
They
of
may not
bombs
like
there?
it.
Oh my god! I'm going to hell.
oh yeah.
Who's coming
There's
with
no-
me?
There's no way that was an accident. There's no way they didn't have like foreknowledge of what they were doing.
No, it's nope. It's impossible. Too many. Nope. I don't buy any of what they've said. And it looks like the outlaw is indeed streaming.
Oh yeah.
I will put
That's
his
where
link
I'm
in the
heading.
chat. If you do not go over there, we will send Riggs Jr. to come diddle your nono square. So go
I've
do
got to
it.
change this avatar to Man Bear Pig.
KS4
Go
I
to
gotta figure
Mr.
out how to do
Outlaw
it.
and
said,
subscribe and follow him.
https://www.youtube.com/watch?b=1dino and 9xfk0.
Alright. So how are you looking
Have
for?
a-
Are you looking for like South Park-esque, or? Because
Bingus.
I've already found a few
Said,
that you might like.
I loved a man outlaw.
Yeah,
Lord
I
Jeremy
found one
Hirsch
here. It's a President
It's
Trump
wise to never
Man Bear
expect
Pig.
nefarious
Oh,
ends
God.
when
Oh,
idiotic
I see
incompetence
it.
will explain just as well.
I
Bingus
love it.
said,
Oh.
Dougie victory hand.
I just have to figure out how to change it. I did it once, so I should be able to do it again.
Oh, damn. It won't let me save that one. Let's try this one. JPEG. There we go. I'm gonna send it to you.
Oh, thank you. Can I upload it from?
Yeah,
From,
you'll
yeah, I
just,
can
you'll just
probably
download
upload
it.
it.
You'll have to download it and then upload it.
Perfect. Yeah, thanks. Then I'll go check out MGTOW Outlaw. Oh.
There's that one. Would you like the, I found one with with Al Gore dressed up as Man Bear Pig.
That's a good one too. Absolutely. Man Bear Pig is real, and Reagan Smash and Man
Lord
Bear
Jeremy
Pig have
Hirsch
made an alliance
said,
for world
Peace,
domination.
brothers. Catch ya next round.
I'm super serial. Nobody's taking
I'm
me
super
serial.
cereal, guys. I'm super cereal.
Oh, did you send that to Messenger?
I'll probably be sending it through Discord.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Here we are, 7-fold 82.
Brandon was driving late last night. When I got off work, he started streaming about 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah,
Started driving.
He got a late start there.
Mm-hmm. That's the business of truck driving. It's like one day you might be starting at 8 a.m. The next day it might be 2 a.m. or 3 a.m.
Yeah. Where's this other one?
Then they've got these rules. Some of them will turn down your load if you've got too much gasoline in your truck.
Alright. There you
Oh,
go.
sweet. Hey, yeah, perfect. Oh, that top one is awesome.
The highly detailed one? Yeah, I figured you'd like that one.
Yeah. And I like the Al Gore one. But I found this President Trump version of Man Bear Pig. I think that's the one I'm going to go for.
Okay.
If I can get it to work. Oh, look at me. That's awesome.
Well, if you need to edit its size, you could do it through the picture thing that your laptop comes
Okay.
with. Just right click on it and then edit. It should pop up with the feature of edit picture.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
And then you just resize it to whatever specs it requires and save it or save the new, and there you go.
Thank you, Chaos. Yep. Have a good day at the office.